Comrades, Conservapedia and its founder Andy Shafley, the son of the famous Phyllis Shafley who opposed feminism and the Equal Rights Amendment, have decided to take it upon themselves to rewrite the Bible, to do, as they say, remove liberal, commie, socialist bias from the Bible, so that the Bible may have a more conservative ideology, or, in a way, a more conservative slant. I guess all the statements about charity and giving being Christian virtues wasn't really true. Apparently they're just liberal ones. When I looked more into this issue from an article on Alternet, what they did is they gave a list of words that they would like to alter in the Bible, add in, or take out according to their own ideology. Now, here is a list of just some of those words. Don't know Aramaic, Hebrew, or Ancient Greek? Not a problem. What they are looking for is not exactly egghead scholarship, but a knack for using words they've read in the Wall Street Journal. They have a list of promising candidates on their website, words like capitalism, work ethic, death penalty, anti-competitive, elitism, productivity, privatize, pro-life, all of which are conspicuously missing from those socialist-inspired Bibles we've been reading lately. All of this made all the more hilarious when we consider there was no conception of capitalism in Jesus' day. What we see here is a blatant and obvious attempt to remove things like charity and giving from the Bible, although we are told by Christians that these are Christian values. Apparently these American Christians feel that although these may be Christian values, it's not values that they themselves hold, which would mean that these particular Christians never really held giving and charity as virtues to begin with, as they have so adamantly claimed on many occasions. Now here's two examples of things that they've already changed in this new version of the Bible. Where Jesus teaches that it is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven, Matthew 19:24, our mentors at Conservapedia recommend that we scratch the word rich and replace it with either fully fed and entertained, or if you prefer, idle miser, which have none of the Occupy Wall Streetish sour grapes of the better known translation. When Jesus greets his disciples with the blessing, "Peace be with you," John 20:26, the editors cleverly changed the word into "peace of mind be with you," so that nobody gets the wrong idea and thinks Jesus was some kind of a lily-livered pacifist. While these changes are all well and good and do adequately reflect conservative ideology, here's one example that Alternet gives of a change that should be made to follow that. The Ten Commandments could use a little judicious revision as well. Just add an asterisk after "thou shalt not kill." Except to blot out terrorists, fight neo-colonial wars, execute criminals, bomb abortion clinics. That's pretty good. Now here's one of my own. "Blessed be the rich, for they are the creator of jobs." This leaves an interesting question in my mind. How much of a fraud Christian do you have to be that you have to alter the Holy Book this much because it does not fit your conservative ideology? How long have Christian liberals said that the conservative ideology doesn't match what's in the Bible, and conservative Christians always tell them, "Oh, you're wrong. It's actually the conservative way. That's the real way to interpret the Bible." Yet here we very clearly see that the Bible is being altered to serve conservative ideology. Forgive me, this may just be my Catholic school coming up in me, but why is it not okay for the Pope to alter the Holy Book, but it's okay for these guys to alter the Bible the way they want it to? Speaking of which, do you think this desire to alter the Bible has anything to do with the Pope recently coming out with anti-capitalist statements? One important truth we have to recognize is that we'll probably never ever know what was originally in the Bible. The fact is, it's been changed over the centuries so many times that we're never going to really know what was in it. The mistranslations are huge, some of them accidental, some of them very deliberate. I think the fact is, we're never really going to know what the Bible means. And in fact, this attempt to alter it even further is probably the most honest attempt to alter the Bible ever, and perhaps speaks more to American society and conservative ideology than religion does. This is a perfect example of how religion and ideology serves the prevailing order. Now, in the previous video that I made about the Pope and his sudden change and how religion has always been made to fit the structure of the society in which it existed, I think we see the same thing happening here. Is not the Bible not fitting the capitalist worldview? It isn't. Greed, suffering, glorifying the self, well, these are not things that are supported by the Bible. And what we see once again is the superstructure being made to fit the base. The ideas and culture of society that exist serve the ruling power institutions that exist. And we are in a very blatant, overt way that probably the likes of which we've never seen before is happening again in American society right now. We literally see the culture, particularly the religion, being specifically written for the needs and the wants of the capitalist class. The superstructure is being rewritten to serve the base. The Bible is being perverted to serve the ruling ideology of greed and selfishness of the capitalist class. The individuals undertaking this rewriting, if you ask them, I'm sure they would tell you that they are regular God-fearing men. But apparently, if this is the written word of God, they are not so afraid of God that they would alter his words to serve their capitalist masters. Thank you for watching. Go ahead, rate, comment, subscribe, share on various social media. And if you want, there's some other great content here you could check out.